Okay. Hello everyone. This is our 40th TSC. And we prepared the agenda with the different work group leaders and Carlo. So concerning the participants, we've got some participants of Telecom Italia, Orange, Dutch Telecom, Telefonica, yes, is with us. Vodafone, not sure. Ericsson? No?
Yes.
No.
Yes? Sorry.
Hello.
Hello, Riyad. And Nokia? Okay. So we've got our 2/3 quorum. And so we've got with us White Stack, Suzy, Open Nebula, Six Wind.
Everyone.
Anyone else? Linux Foundation, of course. Red Hat. Did I miss someone? No? Okay. So thanks to all. I will save. So the last administrative topic, it's we have to remind the Linux Foundation Europe policies. You've got the link here if you need to know more how we manage this
Guillaume,
meeting.
you're not sharing the screen.
Yeah, many thanks, Carlo. You know me. So for today, we have a specific topic, a topic from Telecom Italia to present Lab 8A pilot relying on Sylva. I propose you, Carlo, that you do it at the end of this, of the work group presentations.
Okay.
Okay, and we will start with the work group 1 with Matthew.
Hello everyone. Yeah, nothing to share concretely. We keep working on designing the 1.4 with multiple epics that are ongoing, especially about the design of it. And bug fixing, we still do that, and backporting what is backportable to release 1.3. So work in progress for 1.4 and maintenance for 1.3. Yeah, I was having something to share. Yeah, we had recently difficulties using Teams. That is the tools that we are using at Orange for work group 1 meetings. I'm hearing that other work groups are using Zoom, provided by the Linux Foundation. So I'd like to switch to Zoom for the work group 1. I expect it to be easier to use for everyone. So I will need help from Naomi probably about that, just to tell me how to use it, what would be the link to provide to update the invitation. Is Naomi with us today?
I sure am, and I'm happy to help with that, Mathieu. I will connect with you on Slack because I can set it up within our LFX system. I just need to know if like the time is changing, the date and everything. So we can connect on those details, but I'm happy to help you do that.
Okay, thank you, Naomi.
Okay, and last point about our work group 1 is on HBR. I don't know, Book, if you have something to share.
For HBR, actually, we have a news that we have published a branch with the HBR 2.0 and the reference implementation of the containerized routing agent based on FRR. So beside the commercial routers that could be integrated with the solution, we have now this open source reference version. And just today we had our regular meeting of the POC team, POC group, and we will be able to probably in 2 weeks to put that in scope for a further testing. So we have evaluated 6-pin VSR in this context. Now we will move on and evaluate this HBR 2.0 with the reference implementation in. So this much about evaluation. We didn't have today many people due to some parallel meetings. That's why I'm shifting it for next or for 2 weeks. And we are now going to start as we are finalizing this version 2.0 and planning the testing and evaluation of it in a Sylva validation lab. We are going to start the process of donating and first clarifying internally in DT what kind of preconditions we need to do in order to start that process. And as soon as that's clear, we will then reach out to see how we can move that.
Okay, thanks, Vuk, for this update. I've not took minutes of all the topics, so if you can give me just 2 lines by mail or by Slack, I will add it to.
I'll send you in Slack. Yep.
Yeah, great. Just Nicolas or Matthew, if you can test to admit on the lobby, just to verify if
I can't on my side.
Okay, so it's
not able to let people in.
Yeah, it's only on my side. Okay.
Yeah, I can't either. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah, if this is what Matthew introduced as a limitation. Okay, so need to see if I have some advanced option to manage this in the future. Okay, great. Concerning validations, oh, sorry, is there any questions first to Vuk or Matthew? No? Okay, thanks. Concerning our second work groups with the validation center, with...
Can you please refresh this, because I just sent the update.
Oh yeah, the magic button.
Yes, let's see if it upgrades.
Just no. Okay. Yeah, many things.
Yes. Well, not many, but okay. So things that we have done so far regarding the backlog, we have 4 workloads. We are working on them. 5 of them are being validated in Orange platform, another in Telefonica. So there are these 4 here, still working at different maturity moments, each one of them, but we are progressing on validating them. Secondly, we already completed the new step that we wanted to introduce in the validation, which is confirming the Kubernetes upgrade without service impact. This was completed, was presented in the last validation meeting, and we provided some feedback to the working group 1, because as part of this process, there's a need to configure in the new platform some capabilities, and there's some interaction with working group 1 to confirm that the configuration is possible, or so we are reviewing with working group 1 if there's any impact. But this was completed. And then lastly, we are reviewing the opportunity to have a new validation platform in Telefonica using OpenNebula as the virtualization layer. So having ranked RKey Sylva and RKey as cluster, as Kubernetes cluster, but instead of an OpenStack, having an OpenNebula in between. We are reviewing that, because if so, they will create a copy to be controlled by Sylva, and we could create another validation platform there. So this is what has been done in the last weeks. And what we want to do is complete the validation of the existing workloads in the backlog, and including the test for the Kubernetes upgrade. Because now that we have completed that, we want to also validate it for every new workload. At least we will do it in the one that is being validated in Telefonica. I think there's a lot of noise. Now it's better. Secondly,
Guillaume, I closed your mic because there was some looping through your mic, so maybe you can mute you.
Okay. Okay. Secondly, we are starting to work on this is pending from last week, on the security related requirements. We want to define what validation is needed for at least identify which ones are priority, let's say, to include them in validation for each one of the workloads. So we have to tackle that. This is pending. And once we have completed the validation of Kubernetes upgrade with no service impact, we want also to introduce in the cycle the validation of workload upgrade in an existing Sylva. So once you deploy your workload, you should be capable of upgrading that workload without service impact. So having a rolling upgrade for that workload. Probably is going to be as easy running the same scripts as for the Kubernetes version upgrade, but we want to test that and incorporate it in future validation for workloads. So this is something that we have pending to start working on. Okay. So conclusion, we keep working on the 4 workloads, and we are incorporating a new feature in validation, which is the Kubernetes upgrade with no service impact. And we are working in incorporating new features. That's all.
Thank you. Is there any questions or remarks to Luis? By the way, welcome, Nicoletta. On my side, just comments. I hope you can hear me well without any. Okay.
Yep.
Okay, great. Yeah, so Luis, first I'm highlighting the point you identified with some collaboration between the 2 working groups towards your feedback. So we had, I think, lots of collaboration this week between Guillermo and Aurélien Solo. I think it's good that between different work groups we can also have some collaboration. This is an important topic. And concerning Open Nebula, if you want it as a new infrastructure provider, I don't know, Matthew, but the work that has been done in the refactor of the infra provider that has been led by Arno Boots, I don't know if it can help on this.
I don't know either, but this is really the spirit of what Arno has been pushing recently, being able to easily use alternative infrastructure or even bootstrap provider.
Okay. So that's it on my side. No additional question to Luis? Lots of new CNF. Good news. It was not the case at the beginning. Huh? Okay. Concerning workgroup 3, Mihai?
Yes. Hello, everybody. I didn't update. I don't know why. Okay, so
I think you updated it, but someone has overwritten your remarks.
Sorry about that. Okay, so for workgroup 3, we've started to work on the fine-tuning of the IAM part of defining, trying to see how can we use the features in both Rancher and in Keycloak to define the IAM part of the roles. So we will do a mapping with what do we have and what do we want to have as roles in order to be able to have a definition of this. In parallel, what I've been doing was that I'm mapping the version of the UCS which we have analyzed, the one from December 2020, with the latest version of the document. It's a bit challenging and it's a bit time consuming because not the structure has changed completely from the initial version till the last one. And it's going to take a bit of navigation to see how we can do the mapping. But we're working on this one. And yeah, these are pretty much the big highlights.
Question is the new evolution of the EOCS certification scheme. Is it more tougher or just it's the structure that is different?
In terms of you're asking about in terms of content
Yeah.
or
Some of security requirements, is it more?
Yeah, I mean, in terms of content, from what I've manually analyzed, it's pretty similar. The biggest difference is the fact that the assurance levels of the basic, substantial, and high one, they have been kind of built on top of each other, meaning that before they were decoupled and they were not linked, substantial and basic. But now the way they are structured is that they are building off on on each one of them. And this coupling of and this dependency of the requirements is the challenge, because on one side we have just a small sentence in the initial version, and in the second one we have something more complex, which we need to put together.
Okay, thanks, Mihai. Any question to workgroup 3? No. So we'll switch to workgroup 4. Ramin?
Thank you. So in the workgroup 4, our focus, so we previously planned to have a demo on the green dashboard project, but the recent discovery is that a green scheduler has certain benefits on heterogeneous environments. If you have a multiple servers that are configured or with different hardware, then the scheduler will be able to detect the differences and make smart decisions to save energy. But in the investigation of homogeneous environments, meaning that if you're using the same hardware or same configuration, the benefits is not that great. So this is currently put on hold at the moment. So our focus will be on the green dashboard at the moment. So Remy is and the team are working on the demo preparation. We are hopefully to get the TSC a chance to see what is being progressing in green dashboard. In the meantime, we are starting working on the GPU enablement and for operational efficiency. So we had a very first talk on the areas that we potentially can see how GPU power management and operational efficiency management can be relevant in this picture, and what are the related topics as we should be focusing on. So in the following discussions, we are going to see how to bring the GPU enablement in collaboration with other working groups in this TSC, and hopefully we can bring more insights into the GPU management and power efficiency for sustainability.
Okay,
That's all we have.
Yeah, and is the GPU management topic, is it a teaser for your talk at the KubeCon?
We had a KubeCon talk last year, so the three main topics, the three main technical topics are still in focus, but we are not having any additional talks on GPU management for KubeCon this year. Some other people have presented, working with us, presented similar ideas, but not for, but for publication-wise, we are not having this discussion yet in the KubeCon Europe this year.
Okay. Any question to Ramin and the workgroup 4? Thank you. Now, concerning, yeah. Okay. Concerning workgroup 5, communication and adoption, lots of topic, I think.
Yeah, can you try to update once, Guillaume?
Yeah. Just checking. No, it's the same workgroup.
For workgroup 3 now.
Okay.
Works for workgroup 5. So I don't know who's doing the honors. maybe you can start with the Sylva Dev Day, which will happen finally on March 31st. So for a full day. We have a very nice venue, which is also in London. It's 30 minutes away from the site of the KubeCon itself. Naomi, I saw that we have the registration link up and running, and that you can find it into the events on the official website of the project. So if you go in news and events, you have the Sylva Dev Day, the cover, and if you scroll a bit down, you have the registration link, so allowing you to register now. So the capacity, the overall capacity is maximum 50 to 60%. I think it's quite comfortable. So please, each work group leader will request from you to advertise within your respective work groups. And the second point is that beyond the reservation of the room, the venue, and so on, we now need to work on the agenda. So we are going to need to work with the work group leaders. I think, Guillaume, we have a specific session is it this week? To start working on it?
It's next week, the
Next
20th
week?
of February. We proposed, and Naomi accepted also, to use the work group communication slot to speak only about the agenda. And just also to mention that Andre has just joined us on the call.
Perfect. So I don't know if all the work group leaders have received the invitation for next week's session in order to work collectively on the agenda. Maybe not. I see Carlo nodding.
I can just transfer to few people, but I can put exactly all the work group leaders. Yeah, I'll do it after the meeting.
Okay. Thank you very much, Guillaume. So that's for the Sylva Dev Day. So advertise and let's build the agenda together. For the Telco Day, there was a call for proposal that was accepted. So Guillaume, is it you for this one? I guess it is.
Yeah. So we will speak about GitOps on the network functions and Kubernetes layer with Sylva, with Orange and Oracle. So basically what we are doing in workgroup 1 and workgroup 6. So of course, Morgan is helping us to build the presentation and the demo.
Okay. And last but not least, for the Mobile World Congress, you will be present, Guillaume, at the event with Suze on the booth of Suze in order to present Sylva during the event, during the full duration of the event.
Yeah,
so congratulations for that. I think it's very good visibility for the project.
And
a major event.
And I've meetings with some of the participants around the table, including Andre during the events. So don't hesitate. We can discuss about Sylva there.
Yeah. And there is another one, which is also some good advertising for the Sylva project, which is the keynote for the telco day. So there's a half a day event dedicated to telco on April 1st, if memory serves. And during the keynote, so Philippe Ansarguet from Orange will of course say a word about Sylva as well. So it's yet another good opportunity to advertise our project. So we'll add it to the reporting, Guillaume. And I think that's it.
Yep.
Naomi, Andre, anything you would like to add?
No, just sorry for the delay. Everything is covered. Thank you so much.
Okay, so going.
Just a question for the Sylva Dev Day. Sorry. I heard about a Google Doc to gather potential topics to discuss, or So this is a registration.
The registration is to for each participant to register for the event. But
Yeah,
for building the agenda, send it
Mm.
by mail, Guillaume, Mathieu, because
And Naomi, you have
next week to
a
the
link of a Google Doc on where we can start to put ideas. Is it
there's a
shareable?
Google Doc, but
Yeah,
I'm not
I
sure
can-
it's best to work directly in it.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Let me add that link. So the link that I dropped, like the Zoom link, that is just for the meeting for next week that Guillaume was talking about, that we're going to try to assemble the entire agenda. And then this that I'm about to drop now is to the planning doc where we can drop agenda items. And I will add that now.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Perfect. Other question, Matthew or others?
That's okay for me.
Okay. Okay, so concerning Workgroup 6, Morgan is not here, but he synchronized me that he had published the meeting minutes. And he is thinking about how to validate their proposal. So currently they are validating the proposal within the Workgroup 6, but we discussed with Morgan. So they can propose also some decisions at the TSC board. So for next occurrence, they will propose some topics. For example, they have discussion about guideline on OCI management. So I engage every members of the TSC to have a look on this. Morgan will present it briefly next week, and he will ask for approval. He already has some comment of Swisscom on this doc, but we want a more broad validation of this. So we will use the TSC for this. And for the next meeting, they will have a presentation of GitLab.com on what they are doing on GitOps for telcos, and a follow-up discussion about netbox operator of Swisscom. So that's it for the menu of the next occurrence. Okay, so we'll come back on the initial topic. Carlo, the floor is yours. Yeah, so.
Okay, thank you. If you can promote me as presenter, I can
You are
share
already
a couple.
co-chair. How can I promote you? Let me do it. Yeah. Normally.
Okay. Now I can share. Okay, can you share see my screen?
Yes, we can see it.
Okay. Well, the purpose of this very short presentation, a couple of slides, is to share with the Sylva community an initiative that is extensively using Sylva. So I think is important to show how some of the partners in Sylva are using the results of the community. In particular, this work is done in the framework of the IPCI CIS project. For those who doesn't know, the IPCI means Important Project of Common European Interest for next generation cloud infrastructure and services. The purpose of this initiative, that is a pilot named Labora, with this 8 in the name, is to try to show that the results of the technologies developed in the different by the different partners of the IPCI project in different European countries can be put together trying to integrate the work done in 2024, creating a live demonstrator where the infrastructure results can be put together with the results in terms of application development, orchestration, or integration for federation of different clouds. So the idea is to try to put together these results in a distributed environment through Europe, creating selected interconnection between labs to allow the integration that is summarized in this slide. Where you can see the different layers of the pilot, starting from the bottom on the hardware infrastructure, on the cloud infrastructure, the distributed application, and on the upper layer, the orchestration, federation, and multi-provider interop layer, the data processing, and the centralized app. So what we are doing is to collect the contribution from different partners, and you can see here the name of the partners that are directly involved in Sylva, and for many of them, you can see Orange, Deutsche Telekom, Telefonica, Team, Reply. The cloud layer, the cloud infrastructure layer, is built for the edge site on Sylva. And the idea is that each partner provides in their own location the infrastructure, hardware, and cloud, and make it available for the interconnection with other partners that are working on applications or orchestration layers. So the idea, for example, is that, as an example, in Team Edge site, we are going to host components of an application that is developed by Reply that is distributed between a couple of Reply sites in Italy and Germany, and coordinated by an orchestrator and a centralized application for with the purpose of remotely controlling from a mobile user robots located in different locations. But there are other examples of these. In Telefonica, for instance, are focusing on the demonstration of the possibility of federating different kind of edge sites and being able to host application on them. The interesting thing for Sylva is that many of these edge sites are using the Sylva layer. In Team case, for instance, we are setting up a bare metal infrastructure with hopefully the latest 1.3 release of Sylva on it to host different applications. That's the purpose of this pilot initiative. The first target is to have at least some or most of these infrastructure ready and working by the end of March, where there will be the general assembly of the IPCI project, where we hope to be able to show some of these application infrastructure running. I don't know if the other partners that are here connected want to add other things, or if there is any question.
No, I have one comment. I think it's a very interesting, well, we are participating, Telephonic as well. It's a very interesting pilot where we can demonstrate the value of Sylva, for instance, for federation. So the value of having the same similar definition of a reference implementation, the same implementation, at least to define a cloud continuum between operators in Europe. So I think this demonstrates that.
Mm-hmm.
And regarding Orange, so currently we provide an edge node, so based and powered by Sylva, let's say. There is an ongoing plan to add the orchestration layer that will allow us to federate this node with, to start with Telefonica as one, and hopefully with others for the revisions, the different iterations of the pilot.
Mm-hmm.
So federation multi-operator.
Yeah, in
Yes.
different European geographies. So we pretty much, yeah, fill in all the criteria of the IPCI. It's good political visibility for the project.
Yes, and I think that is also a good visibility for Sylva, showing that it can be used in different environments, interconnected by them.
I can also say a few words from the Deutsche Telekom side. Unfortunately, you see neither Sylva nor TCAS or the Schiff here. And this is because this initiative here is driven on DT side by a unit that is completely outside of it's a wholesale unit that is a standalone one, and that was running or is running their own infrastructure. They are looking somehow to find a way and connection towards more mainstream platforms, but for a various reason, it's not yet there. Therefore, we cannot contribute same thing as you mentioned from Oran, Telefonica, and Entim.
Vuk, I have a suggestion. You can do same as Telefonica and provide two different edge nodes, one based on something and one based on Sylva, so or TCAS.
Yes.
So problem solved.
The whole topic of edge in our case is driven in that unit. So there is a misalignment of business interest. So on a technical side, that would be definitely the way to do it. But as the units that are actually actively involved in TCAS, Sylva are not covering edge. This is to some extent disconnected.
Yeah.
I would
just pulling
love
your
to
legs.
do so. Would love to do so, but it's a bit corporate process and a communication thing.
Thank you, Vuk, for this feedback. Is there any questions to Carlo or the other contributors to this Lab 8 year? How do you pronounce it?
Labora, the 8,
Labora.
like,
Okay.
because the...
Labora, sorry.
Not to mix it with lavoro.
Yes, from the Latin. And who is working in setting it up makes it with Ora, that is spray, and Labora to make it feasible in time.
No, Ora, I think, means edge, no? In Greek. It's a word game of all this.
Thank you, Luis. You made my day. I was looking for an explanation.
Yeah, I think it's the meaning. Ora with two O's. This is why there's an 8. There's two O's there.
Okay.
Ora is edge in Greek.
So we made a Latin interpretation.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Is there any comments on what Carlo presented or other remarks to other work groups? No? Okay, just, oh yeah.
Sorry,
go.
I have
Go.
one question. Yes, it's related to the VMware integration that we are planning. You know, following the announcement of the VMware to be out, basically to discard or discontinue the products related to RAN, to Open RAN specifically.
Yeah.
Have we considered these, let's say, important shift when we designed or drafted this high-level architecture?
So your question is that with Vodafone decision to leave Broadcom for the infrastructure for Open RAN, is there any impact for Sylva or opportunities? Is it your point?
Yeah, but it's not specifically for Vodafone. I think we were informed from VMware that they will discontinue all their products related to RAN.
Okay, so I have not this news in mind. So thanks. Thanks a lot, Nicoletta. So there's no impact on Sylva, I assume, on the table. It might be an opportunity also to have a CAS on bare metal based on our activities to replace the VMware design. The VMware part on RAN, was it on application or virtualization layer? Like, just to confirm this.
Yes, it was on the virtualized platforms and on the containerized platforms as well, but specifically for RAN.
Yeah, so what we are doing on CAS on bare metal can be an alternative of such a virtualization layer. So this is my point of view, but we can exchange about this.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know for the others who are dealing with the RAN part.
I wasn't aware of this information, but I agree with you, Guillaume, that this could be an opportunity for what we are doing in Sylva.
And Nicoletta, if you can send me a press release on this or an article where I can put in the minutes also to maybe we can have a communication part. Sylva can help on the RAN part, or I don't know. We'll see what we can do with this, but at least we can address the topic together. Yeah. What we are.
Sure. I'll reach out to you offline.
Thanks. Last topic on my side, with a couple of experts, I provoked a meeting concerning bare metal automation. We've got some SAP experts that are also working on this topic. So I've put VOOC in the loop with our Orange research domain. There are some experts that want also to join the discussion, tell me. So SAP is working on bare metal. Yeah.
I think we could be interested too.
I send you.
Yes, to myself and Federico, I think.
Yeah, for sure. This is why I'm sharing this information. It's to open the door. Okay. Thanks all, and see you in 2 weeks. And bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
See you.
Bye.
Bye. Take care, guys.
Bye, everyone.